Good evening and welcome to the 38th Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Diversity Celebration, Together for Tomorrow. Please rise for the posting of the colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the singing of the National Anthem presented by the Plano East Senior High School Reserve Junior ROTC, led by Color Guard Commander, Cadet, Command Sergeant Major Kristen Ralda, American Guard Cadet, Second Lieutenant Aditya Kabira, American Flag, Cadet, First Sergeant Tatum Martinez, Texas Flag Cadet, Second Lieutenant Kira Troost, and Texas Guard Cadet, Master Sergeant Kevin Tang.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Please welcome to the stage Leslie Rain Stanton, Chief Communications Officer, Plano Independent School District.
Good evening. This past October, we lost a local legend and icon. And it is with both a heavy and happy heart that I address you this evening on the occasion of the 38th Annual Plano ISD Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Celebration. This cherished event, originally started by Dr. Myrtle Hightower as the Williams High School Black History Month celebration, has grown into a district-wide tribute to unity and cultural appreciation. When I joined the district as communications director in 2009, Dr. Hightower was one of the first community members I had the privilege to get to know. Her dedication to this celebration was evident in the way that she initiated planning each year, gathering a group of us for lunch at Poor Richard's restaurant. In the same booth year after year, we would share the district's theme for the upcoming school year and build upon it to develop a focus for this event, carefully coordinating themes for the student writing and art contests. It's worth noting that Poor Richard's was located just a few doors down from Plano Community Charity, where Dr. Hightower continued serving the community even after retiring from Plano ISD as a Williams High School counselor. Our summer planning sessions would soon blossom into a full-scale operation when Dr. Hightower would convene a comprehensive committee comprising representatives from various district departments, community members, and whom I believe was her favorite group, several of our school principals. Her approach was inclusive and collaborative, addressing each group at every meeting, seeking their input on ideas and planning. Myrtle had a remarkable ability to build consensus and buy-in from all parties, commanding respect and inspiring willingness with her gentle yet authoritative demeanor. Dr. Hightower's vision for this celebration was amazing. Throughout the years, she brought an impressive array of guest speakers, including celebrated figures like actor Robert Guillaume, actor and poet Irma P. Hall, and even the iconic civil rights leader Rosa Parks. These high-profile speakers added gravitas to the event, inspiring and educating our students and community about Dr. King's message of belonging. One of Dr. Hightower's favorite aspects of this event was the Parade of Flags, where students proudly carried flags and wore traditional attire representing various countries, which was a great visual reminder about our community's cultural tapestry and the strength we find in our differences. Even after Dr. Hightower stepped down from actively chairing the committee, her influence and presence remained strong. She was designated our chair emeritus, a testament to her lasting impact on this event. And she continued to attend this celebration year after year. It was such an honor to have her here with us in this room last year. Dr. Hightower's impact extends far beyond this annual celebration, as she showed us that change begins with understanding and that every contribution, no matter how small, adds to the richness of our community. Her legacy challenges us all to carry forward the mission of unity that this event represents. In our celebration tonight, and as we go out into the world tomorrow, let's consider how we can honor Dr. Myrtle Hightower's memory by fostering the kind of community she worked so hard to build. Thank you.
I work here as a counselor. That's the best job one could have. Meeting the students, talking to them as a counselor. I worked on Black history. I always thought that our students needed diversity. I think we have made our mark in Plano by doing diversity programs over the years. John was right there by my side. We chaired this program for 18 years. The superintendents have been just so gracious. I mean, of course, when I first started, I got the word that anything you want, or what you need, or the persons you need, you can get them, to make it one of the things that our community and our district is very proud of. Dr. Otto came in. John and I, we said, we've got to meet this new superintendent. We asked him, John Barnett asked him, are you willing to continue this program? And Dr. Otto said, no. And of course, John, in his mild look and voice, and said nothing. He just pressed my hand. Then, of course, he says, we're going to do more than what you've done. Boy, I think I just applauded him. I think I made a little clap to him. I maybe got up and shook his hand. He said, we're going to do more. And my thing is that of service to people. Service to your community. That was instilled in me from my parents, that people and service are the main things. Do something worthwhile. And then it was very rewarding one day to have that a school was named after John Hightower. And of course, we both held hands and prayed, and he cried a little bit. And then later on in the years, someone felt I was worthy of my name being added to that. And of course, we are thankful for that. I go out there as often as I possibly can. It's just a good thing to work with students. That's where I want to be, and I still be. Plano has made its mark all over the nation as one of the academic areas. I don't think we have enough land for parents to come in because this is the place they want to be. They want to be in Plano. Our students are quite aware of diversity. It's overwhelming that right now to really think of the things that we can do and that we will do. So I enjoy the Plano school system. I enjoy the work that it's doing, especially the diversity program. That is, as we know, it is needed. It is needed. And our students need it. They're going out into the world, and they're going to need to know. And this, I'm proud.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I can change the world. I'm gonna let my spirit shine. If you will shine with me, then soon we'll be doing fine. All together now, we'll make it brighter for all mankind. Then the world will change one little light at a time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Gonna let my one little light shine.
Please welcome the president of the Plano ISD Board of Trustees, Mrs. Nancy Humphrey.
All right, good evening and Happy New Year. I'm Nancy Humphrey, President of the Plano ISD Board of Trustees, and it is both a privilege and a great honor to welcome you to the 38th Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Diversity Celebration. On behalf of the entire school board, I extend a warm welcome and heartfelt greeting to each of you as we come together under this year's theme, Together for Tomorrow. I love that. Tonight, we celebrate the enduring legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., whose commitment to unity, justice, and belonging continues to inspire us all to build a better future. His dream of a world where people of all backgrounds can live in harmony is a guiding light, encouraging us to strive for a community and a society where diversity is not only acknowledged, but embraced and celebrated. So hold on to your seats. Tonight is going to be a huge celebration. This evening is also a poignant moment as we honor the memory of Dr. Myrtle Hightower, the founder of this remarkable celebration. Dr. Hightower passed away in October at the age of 101. And she left a legacy of passion, service, and leadership that has touched the lives of so many in this district and beyond. I consider myself lucky. I loved Dr. Hightower, and she was amazing. She was a trailblazer, as you saw in the video. She worked tirelessly with our district and community leaders to establish this event to recognize and celebrate the beautiful diversity that defines Plano ISD. Dr. Hightower's vision, dedication, and belief in the power of community continue to inspire us today. Let us carry forward her legacy as we honor her tonight, and let's remember her as we go through the evening. Before our program continues, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making tonight special. First, I want to thank the talented students and the dedicated teachers who worked hard bringing this event to life. How wonderful it was to be welcomed by the Hightower Elementary Leadership Club. They handed out the programs and uplifted the dynamic sounds of the Plano East Senior High Jazz Band under the direction of Ryan Albert. And a heartfelt thank you also goes out to the Plano East High School Junior ROTC, the Plano Children's Chorale, and Plano West Senior High School's Syncopation for their contributions, showcasing the excellent spirit of our students. Please join me in giving them and their exceptional teachers a huge round of applause. Finally, I am delighted to recognize the district and community leaders joining us tonight. I am honored to introduce my fellow school board trustees, whom I will ask to stand and remain standing as I call their names, and we can applaud them after I've named everybody. They are Vice President Dr. Lauren Tyra, Secretary Tara Lance, Trustee Angela Powell, Trustee Jerry Chambers, Trustee Michael Cook, Trustee Catherine Chan Goodwin. I am thrilled to work with these people. And my fellow trustees, thank you for your commitment to our students and the mission of Plano ISD. I'm honored to work alongside you. Also joining us tonight are some friends of the city of Plano, or from the city of Plano. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all have been announced. And they are Mayor John Munns, and Deputy City Manager LaShawn Ross. All right, thank you so much for being here this evening. Someone noted today that it's truly remarkable how well the school district and the city and the businesses in Plano all work cohesively together, so thank you for being here this evening. As we proceed with tonight's program, let us reflect on the wisdom and the legacy of Dr. King and the visionary leadership of Dr. Hightower. It is my hope that we leave here tonight inspired to work together for a brighter and more inclusive tomorrow. Please join me now in giving a warm welcome to our amazing superintendent, Dr. Teresa Williams.
Thank you, Nancy. Your words and thoughtful remarks always mean so much. I am honored to serve as superintendent, and I'm honored to join in hosting the 38th Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Diversity Celebration. This evening, we gather to reflect on Dr. King's extraordinary legacy, a legacy rooted in the belief that unity, compassion, and collective actions are the keys to building a brighter future. His faith in the power of working together to overcome challenges and create meaningful change remind us that progress is never achieved alone. To build the tomorrow that we all dream of, it takes a community standing side by side. Dr. King's vision resonates deeply with our district's theme this year, Team Plano ISD, Winning for Kids. Just as Dr. King believed in the power of unity, Team Plano ISD is built on the shared commitment of educators, staff, students, family, and community members working together as one team to empower the next generation. Together for Tomorrow is both a celebration and a call to action. In Plano ISD, we are focused on ensuring that every child, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to thrive, to achieve, and to reach their full potential. That's what it means to be one team with one mission. And when we unite, we send a powerful message to our students that their success is a collective priority and that their diversity is a strength. At this time, I would like to introduce members of my district leadership team who help to carry out this mission forward each and every day. Team, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all names have been introduced. Attending tonight are Dr. Celinda Freeman, Deputy Superintendent for School Leadership and Operations, Johnny Hill, Deputy Superintendent for Business and Employee Services, Lisa Wilson, Deputy Superintendent for Teaching, Learning, and Life Readiness, Dr. Courtney Gober, Assistant Superintendent for Student, Family, and Community Services, Dr. Patrick Tanner, Assistant Superintendent for Technology Services, Danny Stockton, Chief of Staff, Ivan Cantu, Chief Strategy Officer, Steve Ewing, Chief of Business Services, Dr. Dewana Kendall, Chief of Employee Services. You got to meet our Chief Communications Officer earlier, Leslie Rain Stanton. Lori Taylor, Chief Learning Officer. And from our School Leadership and Innovation team, we have Dr. Mark Lederer, Larissa Liner, Dr. Jennifer Pearson, and Ryan Still, along with Matt Fry, Executive Director for Instructional Technology, and Dr. Kristen Edney, Executive Director for College, Career, and Military Readiness. Thank you for your ongoing partnership in this important work, and let's continue to stand together for tomorrow. I would also like to recognize two organizations who support our district in so many ways. Our Plano ISD Education Foundation Board, led by Board President Heather Coleman and Senior Executive Director Brittany Estery. All foundation leaders present this evening, would you please stand to be recognized? Another group who's instrumental to the success of Plano ISD students, staff, and families is our Plano ISD Council of PTAs, led by Council President Jerry Duncan. I'd like to invite any members from our Plano ISD Council of PTAs Executive Board who are present this evening to also stand to be recognized. Next, I want to take a moment to thank members of our MLK Diversity Celebration Planning Committee. Organizing this magnitude is no small feat, and it requires dedication, creativity, and most importantly, teamwork and lots of time. Since the very beginning of the school year, this team has demonstrated the power of togetherness, from brainstorming ideas to executing every intricate detail. And they've worked side by side, supporting one another, problem solving, and staying focused on the shared goal of honoring Dr. King's legacy and uniting our community. Many of these team members are working behind the scenes tonight, ensuring that every element of tonight's event goes off without a hitch. A special thank you goes out to our Communications Assistant Director, Millicent Haynes, Fine Arts Director, Dr. Philip Morgan, and Director of Community and Campus Engagement, Brian Lyons. Thank you so much for your leadership. I would also like to thank the entire planning team, wherever you are tonight. I know you're everywhere. Know that we see you and that we value you, and we are so grateful for your dedication and your hard work. Finally, it's my distinct privilege to pay tribute to the visionary who laid the foundation for this event 38 years ago. The founder of the MLK Diversity Celebration and our beloved event chairperson emeritus, the late Dr. Myrtle Hightower. Her legacy lives on in this celebration, and we are forever grateful for her leadership and contributions. I'd like to recognize her family and friends that are joining us tonight, especially her daughter and son-in-law, Bessie and Bernard Kofer. Dr. Hightower believed, as we do, that when we come together for a shared purpose, there is no limit, and that we can achieve in what we can achieve for our children and for our community. As you enjoy tonight's performances and reflections, let's celebrate the power of teamwork and unity. Together, we can ensure that tomorrow is brighter for every child in Plano ISD and beyond. Thank you.
Welcome to the stage, 2024 Elementary Teacher of the Year, Megan Seipels.
Each year, sponsored by the Plano ISD Education Foundation, the district hosts the MLK Writing Contest and invites students to compose a theme-based essay, letter, or poem that reflects on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision of equality in America. At this time, I invite you to turn your attention to the screens to hear from 3 of our 2025 Writing Contest winners.
Martin Luther King Jr. is the best. He changed our world from bad to best. He used his speeches to unite. He wanted fairness, not a fight. We are better together for tomorrow. Happiness is better than sorrow. One day, a boy named Chris was playing outside of his house. Then he saw an old man building a house at the end of the lane. He wanted to know more about it, so Chris ran towards the old man and said, "Excuse me, sir, why are you building this house all by yourself? And who are you building this house for?" The old man replied, "Hello, little friend. I am building this house for me and others. After I die, I want other people who don't have money to buy the house or who don't have a house can live in this house." The boy felt happy, so he said, "I want to help you in building this house." The old man said, "Sure, buddy, let's build this house." After helping the old man, he came back home and saw his grandpa, and he ran and hugged him. Chris told him everything about helping the old man in building the house. Grandpa smiled and said, "Oh, great, you met my friend Mr. Jason. He is kind and a helpful man." Then Grandpa also decided to help them build the house. Next day, Chris's dad also started helping them. After seeing them, all of the neighbors got motivated and decided to come together and help them build the house. Sadly, after a few months, Mr. Jason passed away. The whole neighborhood was sad and did not know if they should continue building the house or not. Chris said, "Let's keep building the house to make Mr. Jason's dream come true." Then Grandpa reminded everyone what Martin Luther King said, "We must learn to live together.
As brothers, we will all perish together as fools."
That means we should learn to work together and respect each other. Then everybody completed the house and called the house for tomorrow. And then it became a children's home. Moral: we should work together and support each other to make the future better.
Justicia para todos. Unidos somos mejores. Noble líder, tolerante de todos. Orden en el mundo, somos juntos para mañana.
That was so inspiring. Let's take time to recognize our talented student writing contest winners. Students, as I call your names, please come to the stage where Ms. Mejera will greet you. Please remain on stage until everyone has been recognized. Victoria Rowe, Kindergarten, Centennial Elementary. Asher Vincent, first grade, Hunt Elementary. Haley Yao, second grade, Hunt Elementary. Kian Sinha, third grade, Wells Elementary. Prakar Verma, fourth grade, Houston Elementary. And Jalen Morales, fifth grade, Meadows Elementary. So good. And now, congratulations to our grand prize winners who both will receive a $50 prize from the Education Foundation. Grades K through 2, grand prize winner, Asher Vincent. Hunt Elementary, first grade. Fantastic. Grades 3 through 5, grand prize winner, Kian Sinha, Wells Elementary, third grade. Amazing and so brave. Now it's time to hear from our final 3 2025 writing contest winners.
Teamwork is working together to achieve a common goal. Unity is being joined to achieve success. Imagine if we combine the two. It would be a whole new characteristic called teamity. And it would be such a wonderful sight. Everyone engaged in friendship and no fight. We need to pay more attention to this important trait because in the future, the challenges will reach extraordinary heights. And that is why we need to be together for tomorrow.
come together to celebrate the world. How I can change the world is showing love to everybody. Imagine Martin Luther King were here today. What would he think? Would he be able to see the wonderful world he dreamed and gave everything to achieve? When I see the world through my eyes, I know there is such much more we need to do to be able to reach that dream. We need to protect our beautiful world and make it a better place by holding hands together to help each other, show respect, and be kind. Everyone should have equal rights to have the chance to be successful and live their dreams. We must be strong and stand up to do what is right, just like Martin Luther King. Together we can have peace, love, and understanding of all people. We can't wait any longer. We need to make a difference, be a friend, and always give our best effort. And maybe we can realize this beautiful dream together for tomorrow.
Honored guests, please welcome the 2024 Secondary Teacher of the Year, Mitch Stobie.
As part of our annual celebration, we proudly present the Martin Luther King Jr. Diversity Art Contest, where student artists bring Dr. King's timeless message of community, diversity, acceptance, and belonging to life through their creative expressions. The MLK Diversity Exhibition will be housed in the Legacy Gallery at the Robinson Fine Arts Center through February 21st. A heartfelt thank you to our community, teachers, judges, artists, and the entire Plano ISD community for their invaluable contributions in sharing these inspiring works and our collective message. Now it's time to recognize this year's outstanding art submissions and contest winners from across Plano ISD. Please join me in welcoming our K-12 Coordinator of Visual Arts, Mr. Colin McGrain.
Appreciate that. You got it right. I'm Colin McGrain. It's very nice to meet you guys. This is Tiffany Alvarez-Sturman. She's one of our district art leads, and she's going to be helping with some of the messages and some of the things that we're handing out tonight. So good evening. As Mitch said, our students have brought Dr. King's timeless message of community to life in the form of artwork. And all of us in Plano ISD Visual Arts could not be more proud because as part of our job as educators, we want to help foster that visual literacy and skill set that you see on display in that gallery. And if you had a chance to go through that gallery this evening, would you give the gallery a round of applause? We are so lucky and fortunate to have some of the things that we do here in Plano, but it is second to none to the students that we teach. So without further ado, let's meet some of our artists and hear them speak about their works themselves. Now, as I introduce each winner, there will be a short clip on the screen. We invite you to hold your applause until the entire video is finished and the student will come across to the center. So first, let's meet our K2 division winner.
I got inspired by Martin Luther King Jr. and gathered all people, different colors and background, and together people can do anything.
I actually had the pleasure of recording Leona's audio clip there, and she is such a well-spoken and smart first grader. Remember, this is a K2 division, and so please, once again, let's give a huge round of applause to our first grader from Barksdale Elementary, Leona Kong. All right, you guys. The next few winners are our collaborative groups. They really truly embody the idea of working together for tomorrow. So let's meet our 3-5, or 3rd through 5th grade division winners.
Hello, I am Grace Kaplan, and I am honored to represent McCall Elementary for the Plano ISD MLK Diversity Celebration. Our collaborative artwork features 2 hands holding puzzle pieces connected together and was made by using hundreds of discarded plastic caps donated by the Green Schools Division of the City of Plano. It is our way of showing how we can piece together a brighter future if we continually work as one.
It's a fantastic piece, and I love the theme is Together for Tomorrow, and what says tomorrow more than this idea of recycling, right, for a better future. Ladies and gentlemen, your 3rd through 5th grade elementary division winners, the McCall Elementary 4th and 5th grade Colts. Our next group is our middle school division winners. Let's hear their thoughts behind their impressive sculpture.
This is our 3-pillar art piece to represent Murphy Middle School in the 2024-25 Annual Martin Luther King Exhibition titled Together We Stand, showcasing our diverse school community.
The first pillar represents diversity of the different students' voices.
The second one demonstrates the one thing that unifies us all, no matter how different we are, and that is love.
Last but not least, the third pillar represents the different values people hold.
That's just a big clap. Ladies and gentlemen, our middle school division winners, Miss Anatopoulos' advanced art class. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Our final group of division winners represents our high school students, 2 students who fit together like puzzle pieces.
We were inspired by the theme of Together for Tomorrow by incorporating puzzle pieces, and each piece comes together, but they are all very different, showing the diversity in the piece.
We also use string that represents unity, holding each puzzle piece together, giving it its title, Piece Together.
An absolutely lovely piece. It's on the front of our program, and it is also right in the lobby entryway. If you have not seen it, you need to take a chance to go walk out there on your way out. Ladies and gentlemen, our high school division winners from Plano East Senior High, both in 11th grade, Lauren, Jewel, and Avi Pham. All right, we have one more group of winners to announce, and as our theme this year was Together for Tomorrow, we decided to award an overall exhibit winner for their connection of communities from several campuses across Plano ISD. This is new. Let's meet them.
Our beloved community artwork is a special artwork that we made. It is more than just colors and shapes. It is a reflection of our shared stories, diverse culture, and mutual respect. Each stroke and detail speaks of the collaboration and love that binds us together, showcasing the power of unity through art. Our artwork is not only a visual masterpiece, but is a symbol of hope and inspiration for upcoming generations.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the changes that we've made recently for this idea of togetherness and community was allowing these group works. And the idea to spread it across campuses really warmed my heart, and it really warmed the judges' hearts as we were going through all of these. And so our Together for Tomorrow winners are called the Central Cluster Collective. I like the woos. Yeah, the woos are good. And we have students from Carlisle Elementary under the tutelage of Renee Miller. We have Wells Elementary under Raquel Dixon, Schimmelpfennig Middle School and Matt Grundler, And Plano Senior High School with Christina Correa. You guys, way to go. Congrats. Yes. Oh, so good. All right, congratulations to our incredibly talented Plano ISD artists. We are deeply grateful for all of you, your creativity. Thanks for the pat on the back, and inspiring artworks at the celebration this year. Now, please, everyone, join me in welcoming back Mitch Stobie back to the podium to continue our program. Thank you guys very much. It's all you, Captain. Thank you.
Dr. Hightower truly embodied Dr. King's dream. As a woman who embraced and loved all people, she was deeply admired by many. Now let's turn our attention to the screen to hear heartfelt tributes from members of the community to this extraordinary woman.
We moved here from Connecticut, so we had no family here. She kind of nurtured me as a kid, so I got to watch her as a counselor here in Plano. She's affectionately known to me as Aunt Mert. Seeing her in the district, her confidence, her passion for what she does, that spoke volumes to me as a kid.
When we initially came here in 1981, there weren't any assistant principals or principals that were African American. And the Martin Luther King event here in this community has played a key role in expanding the diversity, expanding opportunities. Mr. Hightower had a real passion for the community and wanted to see better. Her complimented from her past experiences working around the country.
Dr. Hightower, very exuberant, very passionate. They were the perfect balance for one another.
He was a quiet guy, but he knew how to get things done with people. People respected him so that when he was present, they listened. And as a result of that, we got things done. The Plano Community Forum was doing activities to support the Martin Luther King Celebration annually, programs at churches, and Ms. Hightower got involved and got the school district involved.
As a second grade teacher, having those conversations with the kids, getting ready for the MLK celebration, kids making the connection that, Mrs. Meeks, if it wasn't for Dr. King, you might not have been my teacher. Dr. Hightower was very instrumental in bringing everybody to the table to make sure that every voice was being heard and respected.
30 years strong, meaning that this community, it's been different in terms of people not just talking, but they've been walking the talk.
What a legacy for this community, and what a legacy for our students, our kids. That's our future.
Don't discount what you can do. Whether you're a youngster or whether we're up in age, we're mature, like Ms. Hightower is, we can all be contributing to this great place we have in Plano and this community.
Every time when I think of her is education. That's the word, That's what she was all about. You see it in her. Like I said, she not only talked the talk, she walked the walk. And she was more proud of me for going to that university than being on the football team and all that. She didn't care nothing about that. She wanted to know what courses I was taking, am I doing the right thing with those courses and stuff like that. She was that type of leader without trying to be a leader. And the way she led was by example. And the thing that led her was education. She was all about education.
Miraculous. She is so dedicated and has done so much for our school districts, our community, the underprivileged. Every time I turn around and go to an event that's has something to do with charity or something to do with making Plano better, Guess who I found there? I found Dr. Hightower.
Imponderable. Okay, and the imponderable, it means that it's an adjective meaning that it can't be measured at all. This lady, since she and Mr. Hightower walked into our lives in the city of Plano when they moved from Tulsa, the respect that we all have for her is absolutely, incredibly imponderable. We shall always respect this lady. She is an angel, and we've been blessed to have this lady in Plano, Texas. Yes, no one else got her. We got her.
Irresistible. She's a force of nature that has a will to carry through, and so and I watched her move forward in Plano. Nothing was done halfway. She decided to do it or not, and when she did it, she would marshal her own resources and the resources of the entire community for her purpose.
She's the star of Plano. Myrtle has done so much for this community, and especially the diversity in this community and making it welcoming to all that come to Plano. Myrtle is just one of our favorites, and she's been an amazing leader in not only education, but the community as well.
Yeah, she's a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much Plano ISD can do. It's so talented. That's such a talented area, and it's so well now integrated. You know, and you got your Martin Luther King thing going real well.
At this time, please welcome Plano ISD Director of Campus and Community Engagement, Brian Lyons, for this year's Dr. Myrtle Hightower Leadership Diversity Awards presentation.
Good evening. I'm Brian Lyons, and on the stage with me I have Mr. Michael Malone, member of our Diversity Advisory Committee, who will be assisting me with our awards this evening. Dr. King's message of hope and unity profoundly influenced one of our Plano's own champions of diversity, Dr. Myrtle Hightower. A retired Plano ISD teacher and counselor, Dr. Hightower dedicated her life to serving this community through her work on countless committees and boards. She was recognized with numerous accolades for her contributions, and alongside her late husband, John Hightower, she became a powerful and enduring voice for diversity and belonging. This evening, we are reminded that this event stands as a testament to Dr. Hightower's vision and commitment to diversity. Her legacy lives on through the annual Dr. Myrtle Hightower Diversity Leadership Award. This prestigious award honors and recognizes students, staff, and community members who have gone above and beyond in promoting harmony, respect, and understanding within our beautifully diverse community. Tonight, we celebrate these remarkable individuals, our nominees and finalists, who have made significant contributions to fostering inclusion and educating others about the value of diversity. Each of you has played a vital role in making Plano a stronger, more unified community. Finalists, as I call your names, please join me on stage to receive your well-deserved recognition. Megan Callisto, Assistant Principal, Shepton High School. Ms. Callisto facilitates initiatives such as parent engagement nights to educate parents on the education system. She fosters an environment of harmony, respect, acceptance, and understanding among the diverse cultures represented at Shepton High School. Yunetza Rodriguez Garcia, Spanish teacher, Shepton High School. Ms. Garcia leads voluntary informational meetings for parents of emergent bilingual students at Shepton. She promotes integration by connecting with families with diverse cultural and linguistic needs while providing them with accessible insights. Najina Hardy, counselor, Aldridge Elementary School. Ms. Hardy actively promotes diversity by creating opportunities for individuals to engage with and celebrate the richness and different cultural backgrounds. She has embraced diversity by ensuring that all voices are heard and represented, while also facilitating dialogues that encourage a mutual understanding. Shaylee Jane, Campus Technology Assistant, Mendenhall Elementary. Mrs. Jane stands out as the cultural ambassador at Mendenhall. She takes pride in her Indian heritage and creates opportunities for cultural exchange, whether it's sharing photos and fun facts on announcements or sitting with staff and having one-on-one conversations. She allows for greater awareness and appreciation for cultural diversity at Mendenhall. Rachel Madden. Mrs. Madden is a 5-year special education teacher and is currently the team lead for special education team of 12 at Hahn Elementary School. She communicates and collaborates with each of her diverse team members effectively in ways that highlight their strengths and abilities. Fumileo Jesse, student, Plano Senior High School. As the Black Student Union President at Plano Senior High School, Fumileo brings together a diverse group of students who share the common desire to belong. She believes it's not about standing above others, but about standing beside them and lifting them up. Through her guidance, the Black Student Union has grown into a tight-knit community focused not only on celebrating Black culture, but building bridges to every corner of the school. So now, for our winner of the 2025 Plano ISD Diversity Leadership Award. The award goes to Fumileo Jesse, Plano Senior High School. To all of our nominees, thank you for being a part of this awards. Your hard work and dedication is truly appreciated. Please join me one more time in a round of applause for all of our 2025 Dr. Murdo Hightower Diversity. As we celebrate Fumileo's award, let's extend congratulations with some words from her through a special video.
A lasting impact I want to have on Plano and Plano High School is a lasting legacy of inclusion, of empowerment, and celebration of all cultures, because I think it is so impactful that we create a district where every child, regardless of their background or their race or their ethnicity, feel a sense of belonging, because I can say firsthand the essence of feeling like you belong in a community, especially in an area we are constantly put in like school. I mean, we are here week round. It is so important that kids feel like they have a sense of belonging, like they matter and they are valued regardless of where they came from.
So I'm going to take a quick moment of privilege that's not on script, and I want to thank the Hightower family, and particularly her daughter. As educators, we often miss things from our own family because we are taking care of others. And so as a child of an educator, I want to thank you to the family and to her daughter for sharing your mother with us during her time. She served Plano ISD and in the community. So thank you for that. Dr. Myrtle Hightower has been described as a mother, an aunt, an educator, counselor, and a friend. Please welcome to the stage the Central Cluster speech students as they honor this remarkable woman through spoken word.
It began with a dream.
A voice echoing through history. Dripping in the golden hope of equality.
I have a dream, he said, and the world trembled, not from fear, but from the echoes of a vision awaiting to be fulfilled.
April 12th, 1963. He walked through a nightmare called Birmingham Jail. His chains as heavy as the nation's doubt, the air filled with hatred, yet his dream rose, unbroken.
While bullets of words and violence tried to tear him down, Selma's bridge bent but did not break. As footsteps marched into a hope of equality, he carried his torch for a future of hope, while the world tried to reduce his flame.
And today we rise, we walk in his dream, waking each morning in a world reshaped by the power of one man's dream.
Look at us now, a mosaic of voices, united in purpose, his dream, a foundation for the skyscrapers of progress we build.
Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And today we are the hands, hearts, and voices to bend it further."
We are proof, the living manifestation of what he dared to envision. Black, white, brown, all colors, all dreams. We carry his legacy, a torch passed through generation, but a torch must stay lit. And it is on us to keep it burning bright.
Thank you, Dr. King, for your vision, for dreaming beyond the nightmare, for planting the seeds of change so that we could reap the fields of freedom.
And yet we know
there is more to do.
The dream isn't finished yet.
But because of Martin Luther King, we dare to dream. We dare to live. We dare to fight for a world where love conquers all.
A dream ignited,
a nightmare endured,
and a legacy that carries us all forward.
You see, we are his dream, and together we shall rise, march, and build.
But now it's our time to dream. He dreamed for his time, through the darkness of division.
He dreamed for a world united, a world where love could outweigh hate and conquer all.
And now it is our turn to dream for tomorrow, to carry his vision forward, to dream of what comes next. A world where justice flows like rivers, where peace stands as tall as mountains, where the promise of equality becomes a reality for us all. Because it all began with a dream. Thank you.
Please give a warm welcome to Brittany Cannon to introduce tonight's honored guest speaker.
Good evening. I have the honor of speaking a little bit about Aunt Mert from the family perspective. Dr. Myrtle Hightower, who is affectionately known to me as Aunt Mert. I cannot think of my own grandparents without thinking of Aunt Mert, as their lives were so intertwined. Aunt Mert and my maternal grandmother, Marquetta Fauché, were college roommates at Oklahoma Colored Agricultural and Normal University, later renamed Langston University, the only historically black college in Oklahoma. I often wonder, did Aunt Mert, who began college at the age of 15, and my grandma Marquetta, if they truly understood the weight of what it meant to be black women in college in the 1930s. I am confident, knowing Aunt Mert and my grandmother, there was a course at Langston University that taught class and etiquette and grace, but it definitely taught how to persuade people with a smile first and not knowing that you were being persuaded because they did it so nicely. Speaking with the hands, I don't know if you guys realize that Mert spoke with the hands all the time. My grandmother did the same thing. The hand would come up, they'd say what they had to say, it would go to the side when they were done and down. I think they learned that, and I'm confident they both received an A in that course. They learned how to connect people with education and build a community rooted in service and love. Uncle Toll and my grandfather Marcus joined the duo as suitors to one and friend to the other. And I wonder, did Aunt Mert, her future husband, Uncle Toll, and her college best friends, Grandpa Marcus and Grandma Marquetta, have dreams and conversations about becoming world changers? Were they drawn together like magnets based on the amazing things they would do in this world? I wonder, did Aunt Mert and Grandma know their journey to motherhood would be unconventional, but they would be mother figures that educated, comforted, developed, and encouraged thousands of children into believing they have hope for tomorrow because of their love and care, then knowing that they could shine bright in the world? Did Aunt Mert and Uncle Toll and Grandpa Marcus and Grandma Marquetta know the bonds that they created would last 4 generations strong with Bessie Carroll, my mother Marcia Kay, to a 3rd generation of Tori, my sister, and Brandon and Crystal, Bessie's children, to a 4th generation of children, which I will not name because if I name all of Brandon and Tori's children, we will be here till tomorrow. After Uncle Toll passed, Aunt Mert was blessed to find love and partnership again with Uncle John. Did they know they would forever change the city of Plano? A city that did not begin desegregation of schools until 1964. Did they know their names would always be synonymous with education and diversity in Plano? Did Aunt Mert know she would earn countless awards? I think they created awards for Aunt Mert. She earned so many, and be honored with the key to a city. Did Aunt Mert know that her final ride through her beloved city of Plano at the age of 101 when she passed would be fit for a dignitary? As I reflect on these accomplishments, my answer is absolutely yes. I believe little Myrtle Nash confidently believed the work done today is what creates the light for tomorrow. Aunt Mert and my grandparents will be forever missed, but I take so much honor in being a part of their beautiful legacy. My second honor tonight, because I can hear Aunt Mert saying again, just 3 to 5 minutes, the people are ready to go home and it's late, is introducing our guest speaker. Drew Pearson, former Dallas Cowboy, 3-time All-Pro and Pro Bowler, all-decade team from the 1970s, Ring of Honor member for the Dallas Cowboys, Pro Football Hall of Famer, and 3-time Super Bowl winner, and I think maybe the Cowboys should consider him for head coach, but that's a whole nother conversation. Is just simply known to me as my father, Drew, my dad. But to Aunt Mert, he was called my Drew. If you wanted to see Aunt Mert smile, mention her Drew. So tonight we welcome my father and Aunt Mert's my Drew. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, hood hood. All right, thank you, Brittany, my daughter. I'm so proud of you, and thank you for that fine introduction. The only time I had a better introduction is I had to speak at this affair. The master of ceremonies for the affair showed up late, and I had to introduce myself. It took a couple hours, but we got through it. Hood hood. 489 catches, 7,000. Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, what an honor it is to be here. Honor and a privilege. The 38th Annual Plano ISD Martin Luther King Jr. Diversity Celebration, and representing and presenting Dr. Myrtle Hightower Diversity Leadership Awards. Dr. King passed away on April 4th, 1968 at 39 years young. Dr. Hightower passed away October 29th at 101 years young. Both gone too soon. Gone but not forgotten. Their legacies will never be forgotten because their legacies, especially the legacy of Dr. Hightower here in Plano, their legacies are the rock, the foundation for Together for Tomorrow. Together for Tomorrow is more than just a saying or a slogan. Together for Tomorrow is a call out for diversity and inclusion in the community. Together for Tomorrow is about the foundation Dr. King and Dr. Hightower preached, that diversity in education be the basis of the foundation that brings diversity to communities. And Together for Tomorrow highlights community school partnerships in order to foster and inspire family and community engagement in education. Moving together for a brighter tomorrow has always been the goal of Together for Tomorrow. And education be that shining light that gives us the positive energy that inspires us to achieve success in today's world. Education gives us a chance to be on par or even raise higher in any endeavor our God-given talents leads us to. Education is the foundation of this community. Education is what keeps this community together. Education is what keeps this community diversified. Dr. King once said, "Intelligence plus character, that is the true goal of education. A man should do his job so well that the living, the dead, the unborn could do it no better." That sounds a little like Coach Landry. I remember him saying that. You better do it like that. But anyway, a little personal story about Dr. Hightower, who I affectionately called Aunt Mert. And she affectionately referred to me as son. But not at first, okay? We met when I was at Tulsa University, coming from New Jersey to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And after a while there at the university, I started dating a young lady named Marcia Haynes, who was the daughter of the late, great Harlem Globetrotter Marcus Haynes. And we were dating, and that brought me to the University of Tulsa, and that excited Dr. Hightower, the fact that I was a student at Tulsa University. Not about being a football player or anything like that, or being on scholarship. She just was excited about being a student at Tulsa University. But then she found out I was a quarterback. I wasn't just a player, I was a quarterback. An African-American quarterback at Tulsa University, the home of the Tulsa Massacre. She respected that, and that's when she started calling me son. And that's when I started calling her Aunt Mert. 4 years later, I made that Cowboy football team, and now she's really proud of me for that accomplishment. And one day after my rookie season was over, she asked if I had graduated from Tulsa University. I said no, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll go back there one day and get that degree. I'll go back. But Aunt Mert, she looked at me kind of upset, all right? She looked at me and shook her head and said, "Son, as a pro athlete, kids look up to you. You have a chance to inspire them to maybe one day to play pro football. But you also have a chance to inspire them by telling them how important a college education is in today's world. But you can do that if you don't have, but you can't do that if you don't have a college degree yourself." Duh. Those words were so profound to me. So after the season ended, that off season, I went back to Tulsa University and I got that college degree in business administration. And then I met with Aunt Mert for the purpose of showing her my college degree. And I pulled it out of my pocket, and I said, Aunt Mert, how do you like me now? How do you like me now? And she was so proud of me, she didn't say a word, but the tears flowed down her face. It was written all over her face, the tears of joy showing how proud she was of me. And you know, that degree from Tulsa University to this day has been the foundation of everything I have been able to accomplish in my career and in my life. Opportunities presented itself because of that degree, and I have been inspiring and I have been preaching its importance ever since. That brings us to Dr. Hightower's Diversity Leaderships Awards. Congratulations to the award winners being honored here tonight. Your achievement shows the progress you have made to accomplish your goals. All progress depends upon desires and aspirations and the ability to fulfill them. From the fulfillment of one level of aspirations, we can move on to even greater accomplishments. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "All progress is precarious. The solution of one problem brings us face to face with another problem." Then he goes on to say, "The foundation of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." For diversity's sake, in the words of Martin Luther King, we must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Before I leave, let me leave you with this. Will there be tomorrow? How can you be sure? There ain't always next season. There ain't always an open door. Life is dear, don't you waste it, the future no one can see. So step aside and let it be. Tomorrow may wash away, so don't put off what you can do today. Take advantage while you are here, because this moment is all there is. Thank you for the moment to honor Dr. Hightower today. And the final words I'll leave you with is her motto, Dr. Hightower's motto. It's not where you came from, it's where you are going. That's what she was all about. It's not where you came from, it's where you are going. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to speak on behalf of my mentor, my legend. Now, I know a legend when I see one, all right? All right? And Dr. Hightower, certainly a legend to me and to all of us here. The best way to appreciate Dr. Hightower and what she has meant to this community is to imagine this community not ever having Dr. Hightower grace this community with her presence. And that's what it's all about. God bless you. Thank you for having me. Continue to bless this community, continue to be diversified, and continue to honor the legacy of Dr. Hightower. Aunt Mert, hut, 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 hut.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. On behalf of the students and staff of Plano ISD, we want to present you with a few tokens of our appreciation.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, I'm the original 88, and I don't drop anything, okay? So I don't even drop a phone call. That ain't me. That's probably Des Bryant. Hood, hood. Thank you. God bless. Thank you, sir. Oh. Come on in here, ladies. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, which way? All right. Hood, hood. Thank you.
Our theme, Together for Tomorrow, compels us to reflect on how far we've come as a community and how far we can continue to go. Dr. King once said, "We must live together as brothers or perish as fools." His vision of equality, justice, and unity was not a distant dream. It was a call to action for communities to work together as one team, celebrating victories and overcoming challenges hand in hand. Plano, Texas, in 2025 is a city transformed. The struggles and triumphs of the civil rights movement laid the foundation for the progress we see today. Through collaboration, teamwork, and a shared belief in the dignity of every individual, we have cultivated a community that thrives on diversity. Integral to this progress is the legacy of Dr. Myrtle Hightower, a trailblazer in Plano ISD and a steadfast champion for integration and equality. As a teacher, counselor, and dedicated servant leader, Dr. Hightower embodied the spirit of teamwork, demonstrating that by coming together, we can create a brighter future and more equitable future for all. Let's listen as to how her life reminds us that every step forward is a victory worth celebrating, and every effort towards unity is a testament to Dr. King's dream.
The ability for African American students, Hispanic students, white students, Asian students to have a voice at their schools. I think Dr. Hightower was a champion of that as well, and Dr. John Hightower as well saw fit as part of the group that helped to integrate schools here in Plano. I think those things should be carried on. Allow these children to have a voice. Allow them to speak up. See them. Don't say we don't see color. See our color. See our culture. See who we are. See what we believe in. And then respect that. I think that's the way we honor Dr. Hightower and Dr. King, most importantly.
We had a lot of infusion of those big dream people that came into the city. Myrtle was one of them, and she married Dr. John Hightower, and John Hightower was instrumental in the integration of PISD schools. He was my principal at the colored school. So with her, John Hightower, and there were several other people that they get together and all those ideas meshed, it gave us that voice that we needed. She was a powerhouse, and with, like I was saying, with all the collaboration with those other great leaders that we had in Plano, her ideas and her, what do you mean we can't do that? Spirit, it just, we blossomed.
I met her when I was in college, and she poured into me everything. She just was always so proud of the fact she's like, now this baby right here, and she is just so bright. You know, she's an Aggie, she's down there at Texas A&M. And so she would just always help me understand that I could graduate, that I could get my master's, that I could become any and everything that I wanted to be. I cannot say thank you enough to her, because just, I want to be her. You know, it's like, that's the type of person, the type of legacy you want to leave, not only on your students, but on the community.
As we now transition to the final student performance of the evening, let us reflect on how Together Tomorrow is not just a theme, but a commitment to move forward as one team, celebrating our shared victories and embracing the challenges yet to come. Please receive Plano West Senior High's Syncopation to the stage.
Been looking at the mountains high up. Been looking at the mountains high up. Looking at the mountains. Looking at the mountains high up. High up, high up. Behind your back, a cold surprise in favor of the third degree. I took a breath and took a night. No, it won't defend the killer in me. What I wanted to but couldn't die. I know you know what that's been like. Never backed down, we fell down in blinding light. You pinned me until evenings. Oh, didn't count on you, but you counted all day. You're breaking every rule. I'm breaking down on every corner. No healing isn't easy, but when you look at me, I'm lifted high up, higher than my rain clouds. I'm sitting on the mountain, now I'm high up. I never wanna come down, but when you look at me, I'm lifted. So when I'm at my darkest hour, a traitor to the bleeding night. You saw me cowered in the corner, and you offered me a second chance. Now every night I wrestle love. Didn't know that it could hurt this much. I count to 3 and take the jump, but I never really hit the ground. When you look at me, I'm lifted. Blue skies are all I see when your eyes are locked on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Syncopation from Plano West Senior High School. Dear friends, thank you for joining us tonight. May the spirit of unity and collaboration we share this evening guide us towards a brighter future. Wishing you a safe and peaceful journey home. Good evening.